This is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker, and it's solstice. So I pulled the sun card for us. And well, we're not exactly midway, but we're at summer solstice. Winter solstice, December 20th, summer solstice, uh, June 20th. So those things that we initiated at the beginning of this year, the resolutions that we made. And if you look at Enlightened Spiritual Warriors, I did a teaching on there, so you can go and listen to that. And so what we're doing right now is, hey, Sarah, hey, Jennifer. Hi, Helene. So what we're doing right now is we're looking at what's worth carrying with us to the rest of the year. And so I pulled the sun card, and this is the everything is going to be all right card. So there we go. And you know, it's been pretty intense in the last few days. Things have heated up. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Hey, Carrie Jo. It's very hot here for us. And so just notice that things have heated up. And what is it that's heating up in your life? What can you let go down to ashes like the phoenix rising? And where are you going from here? So thanks for joining me, and let's have a look. So, Sarah, this one is for you. The Queen of Cups. What a beautiful card. Down here, she has got little cherubs, and she's and up here as well. But the thing about the Queen of Cups is she's on the edge of the water. She's not in it. Cups are emotions. They are water. They're mutability. Water is always in flow. Hey, Bridget. And so this queen is a little bit fixated on her emotions. So if you've been struggling, if you have been feeling knocked about by your emotions, then know that this fixation that she's got right up here, looking, maybe it's time to just go, you know what? I'm just putting this aside for a bit. So, and bring yourself into more love. Self-love is Love is always the answer, but self-love is the first little step towards loving others. Because if you're not loving yourself, then possibility of you being loving towards somebody else is probably not that great. So Bridget, hi. Anita and Courtney, Ben, Gypsy, hey all you guys, thanks for showing up. Jennifer, this one is for you. Major Arcana. God is the big chicken in the sky, is attempting to get information through to you. Hey, Julie. So with this, Jennifer, this says that, and Cassie, hi, Melissa. This says that you have been sacrificing yourself. So this is no longer necessary. Come down off the T-bar. See, you have got angelic reasons for doing this, but it's time to come down. So no more sacrifice, self-sacrifice. Got that? Okay. Good job, Jennifer. Helene, this one is for you. The Knight of Pentacles. So pentacles are money and property and tangible things. This card is a pentacle. Things that you can put your hands on, like the flowers behind me, the cabin behind me, all pentacles. This guy is on a quest. That's what knights do. However, and you will hear me say this over and over again if you tune in, the thing about this knight is he's not inspired. So there's no inspiration. And he's in that place that I talk about when I talk about summer solstice, and it's the pause, wait, and renew. He's on pause. He's not ready to take the next step. So this is a really good idea for all of us. Hey, Molly. Hey, Tracy. Is that, you know what? Sometimes we just have to stop. You know, it's like my daughter would say to me, Mom, give your head a shake. You know, it's just like, wait, stop. Don't move any more forward. Get clear. And this may be really important for you. Get clear about the quest that you're on. What is it that you truly want? and then inspire your night. So there you go. Carrie Joe, this one is for you. The queen, good job, Carrie Joe. She sent the night out, and she's the queen that sends the night out. So there's something about getting inspired here, because this queen is also fixated on her pentacle over here, right? And she's got rams. I'm going to put it up close so you can see. She's got Taurus down here, the bull. She's got that ram energy. It's lots of putting your head down and going for it. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Tessie, nice to see you. Yeah, so she's a little fixated. So the knight is just standing there. He's not inspired. She's holding on kind of tight. So if you've been worrying about the practical world, money, property, tangible things, resources, then by all means, let that go. Because when we hold, so everyone just for a minute do this, okay? You got your fists all up. Okay, can I put anything in there? Is there any room? No, but when I do this, I open to receive. And you make as big as possible. I mean, look, big hands like this, so you can receive a lot. But when you're like this and you're holding on tight, there's nothing can get to you. So there you go. Helene, you were wondering, thank you. Oh, that's so, thank you so much for just taking a moment and making a comment over there, because it's just lovely to hear. Spirit just moves through me, draws a card, says whatever it has to say, but it's lovely to hear. And if you haven't looked into your upcoming year with me, then I'm going to put the link below. So go ahead and do that. It's 30 minutes and we just go, where are you? Where do you want to be? And how are you going to get there? So what a great 30 minutes, eh? All right. Bridget, this one is for you. The Magician. So who the heck is it that moves everything forward? The Magician, right? Uses the air, the earth, the fire, the water, all four elements here to go, oh, Spirit, I have a matter. It doesn't have to be something that is the matter, but I have a matter, and I'm going to ask you for divine inspiration to bring that divinity, that spirit back into matter with me. So that is exactly what the Magician is all about. So apparently you're about to manifest something. So good for you. All right. Anita, this one is for you. A page, there's a message coming for you, because that's what pages do. They ran from one village to the next. Oh, the king is coming. The king is coming. Hide your virgins and get out the swans. So this is about bringing the body, mind, and spirit, those three pyramids together. The wand here has got lots and lots of new growth on it. So there's a message coming for you, Anita, about the body, mind, and spirit. And it's going to get you to look up even higher. So there you go. Ruby, nice to see you. Manny, hi. Chalicia, I hope that's right. I like saying that like that. So there you go. Courtney, the Empress. So the Empress funds hospitals. She's all about love. Look at this. And I'm going to put it up close. Look at her cushy throne. None of the other queens have the big old pillow back over here, or all this one here. It's beautiful. Her robe is covered in roses, which are all about love and charity and coming from the heart. So you have the ability, Courtney, to be able to fund hospitals. And isn't that part of what you do? You kind of take people in and nurse them a little bit. But this is you, Courtney. This is who you are and what you do. Now you get to decide how it is that you're going to do that. So there you go. Beautiful card. Lovely. So some of these cards, when you see them, hey, Siobhan, some of these cards, when you get them, it's important that you go out, you find them online, and that you enlarge them, and that in black and white, and then you color them. It concretizes that into your body. Muscles hold memories. Okay, so when you do that, and it's the Empress card, or it's some kind of a card that has impact for you, and you do that, you internalize it. So there you go. Ben, this one is for you. So, Ben, some of the ways that you are thinking, or maybe have been thinking, are hurting your heart. Swords are thoughts and ideas. They're the mental realm. They're where we make up all of our stories. So it's perhaps that some of the stories that you're making up are not actually benefiting you. So I'll give you a great shamanic tip, and this is good for all of us, especially right now, because we have this amazing, take a breath. Okay, breathe. And then you know what? There's a gap there before the exhalation. So in that gap is where we create everything. So take a moment in that gap and that time right now. We have about 3 days where it appears that the sun is standing still. That's what solstice means. So it's not really standing still. It's just standing still from our perspective. So use this time to illuminate what has worked so far for me this year. Don't get all dramatic and go into your whole life, but just this year, okay? What's working? And then you can weed out that which isn't and let it go. And then move with that lightness, because isn't that what's happening? There's this big amount of light right now, tiny amount of dark. So use that lightness to help you let go of anything that's holding you back. That's really what is a wonderful thing about right now. So just let that happen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Melissa. All right, Gypsy, this one is for you. The King of Swords. So the mental realm. The thing about this particular king is that way up here, there's a butterfly. I'm going to put it up close. Okay, there's the butterfly, and there's more around his head. This is the only one of the kings who's looking directly out into the world. The rest of them are fixated on their cups, like the queen that I was talking about, just like the two queens. So they're all fixated on that. This guy says, I got an idea and I'm willing to help you. So this is the inspiration, and that isn't, to have a breath is to inspire. To divinely breathe into is what inspired means. So get inspired. Let's all do this. Let's all get inspired, and then let's not just sit around and go, oh, I got inspired, but then I don't know, something happened, and let's just take some action. So Gypsy, this was a wonderful card, and thanks so much, and let's everyone do this, okay? All right, Julie, this one is for you. Oh, the end of a karmic cycle. Yay. I always love to see this. It looks kind of scary, but in actuality, I'll put it up close. There's no life left. None. Zip. Nada. And it's the way of thinking that has there's no life in it anymore. That old thinking it's not killing you per se, but it's definitely not inspiring you and taking you to the next step. So allow this karmic cycle to be done. You're finished with it. And then see what comes up next. And what comes up after the 10 is the ace. And aces in this particular deck, the way that I look at them, are gifts from the gods. So the 10, it's done. That old thinking, kaput, finito, back there. Let the karmic cycle go. And then look for the new beginning, because it's a gift from the gods. And they will give it to you. And it'll be, once again, we're talking about inspiration. So it'll be somehow inspiring for you. So, Kristen, nice to see you. Michelle, super. Yes, am I happy? Do I look happy? I'm in the woods, in a cabin, with geraniums that match my outfit. Okay, Cassie, this one is for you. More swords. thoughts and ideas. So if you are going to sign a contract, be very mindful of the small print, because this card says to me that someone is holding something back. And that someone is sometimes us. Like occasionally we'll do this thing. Well, I'll do it. I'm probably not unusual in this, but we will stumble upon something that we didn't even know we thought or believed. I think I spoke I think I spoke a couple of weeks ago about bumping up against a belief that I had no idea I had, but it was holding me back. And once I discovered what the belief is, and you can also use this card as that, once I discovered what it was, I was able to go, well, that's the dumbest thing I ever thought. And yet I've been thinking it for a long time. So sometimes our thoughts are given to us from others. So look inside and find out, am I holding anything back from myself? Where am I feeling held back? And in that feeling of being held back, you'll find that there's some stinking thinking in there. So you get to chuck that and put in something that's going to serve you much better. So there you go. Oh, Julie, you're so welcome. It's just, you guys, this is one of the most fun things I do. So thanks for showing up. I really appreciate that. Okay. Melissa, this one is for you. And it's Melissa, not Melissa. The Emperor. So first of all, it's a 4. 4s are rest and relaxation. But you can see this guy, he's coming from love. I'm going to put it up here, right? There's the sign for Venus. But look at all the Aries energy. Look at all that wham. I'm going to do this myself kind of energy that's going on. And when we decide to do that, we really cut ourselves off from a lot of input. Now, the beautiful thing about the Emperor, the lesson here is he knows when to growl and when to bite, because every circumstance doesn't require that we jump out there and we're like, think about dogs. They don't just chomp on you. They give you a chance to back off. So this guy is willing and he has a lot of energy. So you've got a lot of energy moving. Just be mindful of where you bring in the conflict, because there's a little conflict going on here, or maybe it's just a readiness for conflict. So see, Melissa, if that resonates for you. Nice to see you. Okay, Molly, this one is for you. So you're jetting away. Okay. I love this card. And the reason I love this card is it is necessary destruction for positive reconstruction. So we cannot construct on, think about a foundation. So this is a foundational piece. There's something in the foundation that really needs to be redone. Don't just go and stick some glue in there and hope that it holds. That is not going to work. And Molly, you probably know a whole bunch about what this actually means to you. So necessary destruction for positive reconstruction. And in that moment of wait between the inhalation and the exhalation, there is a necessary destruction and a positive reconstruction. The air comes into the lungs and it's got to, I'm not good at this part. So it's got to do something in there before it's useful. So there's an inhalation, a pause, and then an exhalation where all the old stale stuff comes up. So we're in that pause kind of place. So use this for the necessary destruction. Let stuff go. There's so much stuff that we cart around that we don't need at all. So there you go. Tang, hi. How are you? Nice to see you. Tracy, this one is for you. Okay, 6. When I see this, well, first of all, let me tell you a little bit. It's cups. and it's emotions, watery fluidity. So here we have a bigger kid giving a smaller kid a cup. All the other ones are all stacked up and they're filled with flowers. So when I see this, I think that you were given some gifts, some flowers in childhood that have served you, but they're not working anymore. So, and this is good for all of us right now. So you got filled up with stuff. You know, don't talk to strangers. I love that one. All those other things, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. You're greedy if you ask for stuff. Don't put yourself first. All of those things we were given as gifts to keep us safe. But are they really working for us anymore? I don't think so. So see what they are for you. And a great way for you all to do this is if you want something that you don't have, write down, I want this. And what's the belief behind the don't have? And then suss it out, you know, is that belief even really solid for you anymore? Does it have any meaning? And Rhonda, this one is for you, the Page of Cups. So this is supposed to be a dolphin. Check it out. So this little dolphin is jumping out of the cups. So what we can't have here is we can't have anything but full disclosure. So I have no idea why I'm saying like that, but that's what's coming through. This thing from the unconscious cannot stay there, and it's an emotion that's been buried for a while. What a great time to bring it out when it's hot. It's a lot of light, and you can bring it out and just let it lay out there. It's not important that you muck around in it. Sometimes, you know, bringing them out into light and just letting them be there is enough for them just to dissolve. How cool is that? There you go. Tessie, this one is for you. Temperance. Bringing things into spiritual balance, taking the higher path. So here we have an archangel balanced on one toe, pouring liquid, water, emotions from one chalice into the other, the cups, without dropping any. So when we are in spiritual balance, we are connecting with the divine. We're doing that which serves us in terms of moving forward. Then we are in harmony and we're taking the higher path. So that's a great card for you, Tessie, and yeah, and for the rest of us to see as well. Shiloh, hi. Cassidy, did you pop off and back on? Christine, hi, nice to see you. All right, Ruby, I'm going to go deep over here. Here you go. A 5. This is a lesson for you, sweetie. And the lesson is a practical lesson. You may have been feeling like you don't have enough. Like things aren't quite working out. But I just talked about temperance and bringing things into spiritual balance. And here is where, if these folks, going to put them up close, if they were willing to pick up their chin, look around, they would see that everything they need is right here. Because in the olden days, you could go into a church and you could get clothes, you could get fed, you could get help getting a job, you could get help just getting stabilized. And what this says is, as long as you look down and you're downtrodden, you're not going to be able to see the gifts that are everywhere around you. So, and everyone, just do this for a minute. Just put your finger under your chin, lift your chin up. Look, in the reflection of my glasses, you can see the trees out there. And take a breath. Shiloh, nice to see you. All right, Manny, this one is for you. The only thing that's holding you back are the chains that you are willing to keep bound. And the devil card says that because look, here's the devil. He can't even sit on that little cube. And I'm going to put it way up, and you could see that the chains that are around the neck here, they're huge and they could easily be removed. However, there's some reason that um, that you're staying chained. So anything that you believe is holding you back, then what my suggestion to you is very shamanic kind of thing. You put a scarf or a big necklace around you, and you say, I remove the ties that bind me. Put it back on. I remove the ties that bind me, over and over and over again until your arms are tired. Doing it twice isn't going to do the thing. So 40 times, 10 minutes, whatever. But remove those chains, because you're the only one that can. So there you go, Manny. Nice to see you. Talicia, this one is for you. And Jean, nice to see you. Ruby, you are so welcome. So, Talicia? Okay. This is a nice card. The 10 of Pentacles. Money, property, tangible thing. 10 is the final card of the whole suit. This says that you have enough time, money, energy, resources to pass on a legacy. I need to put it up close, because what I want you to see is that everyone is touching someone. The old man is touching the dogs over here. The little boy is touching the dog. These people are touching one another. So whatever it is that you're doing in the practical world is actually touching people. How beautiful is that? And congratulations. Nice card. All right. Siobhan, this one is for you. Oh, it's time for you to be your own star. So, Don Miguel Ruiz wrote a book called The Fifth Agreement. He wrote it with his son. He wrote the 4 agreements by himself. When he got around to writing with his son, I think he made it much more understandable. So if you don't have that book, I highly recommend everyone get it. Because he talks about being your own star. And he says, this is a condensed version of what he says. He says you go into a mall and there's 100 movie theaters. So he's a modern shaman, right? Okay, you go in, there's 100 movie theaters. They all have your name on them. So you get kind of curious and you go into one. And you notice that one person is sitting in there. So you go and sit beside them. I have no idea why, but you sit beside them. And they're watching. And the movie is you, exactly as you are, just like me right here. And then, so after a while, it's kind of boring because you know your life. So over you go into the next little movie theater, and you sit right next to that one person. Once again, I have no idea why. But you're watching, and you're in the movie, but you don't act like you, and it's not the same movie. So you look and you're sitting next to your mother. And the movie isn't like your movie. And you continue to do it all the way down the line, maybe not a whole 100. But you see that you're a supporting actor in everyone else's movie. And this is really important for us, because when we get caught up on, oh, I'm being selfish, I'm taking care of myself, I shouldn't do that, I should do more for others. Be your own star, everybody. And thank you, Siobhan, for being here to remind us of this. When you are your own star, you take care of your own needs. Nobody else needs to do that. How awesome is that? Then you can just go and play with people because they're being their own star too. You don't have to take care of them. So, I highly recommend we all begin to be we just step into being the star of our own movie. Okay, thanks. Nice to see you again. And Melissa, this one is for you. New beginning of something that is going to kind of waken your passion, your fire, your desire. Yeah, Jean, it is the Fifth Agreement. Love that book. Okay, and look at here, a gift from the gods. So when I see this, I always think about a spiritual wake-up call. So, yeah, so it appears that you're getting a spiritual wake-up call. And don't let it be a knock on your head, okay? Wake up before. There you go. Tian, this one is for you. Patience is required, is what this card says. So you have seeded some things really well. Only one of them is actually ready to harvest. The rest of them are going to require a little tending. So I don't know if you're a gardener or not, but you know, when you start the seeds, you can't go pulling them up to see if they're sprouting. So this says you just need to wait a little while. There's always a germination period. Some seeds take 20 days, some seeds take 15. Sometimes you can start them by putting water on them, but this is going to require a little patience on your part. Everything is really seeded well and coming along nicely, by the way. So there you go. Nice to see you. All right. Christine, this one is for you. You're carrying other people's burdens. You may not be aware of that because most of us who carry them aren't aware of that. The 10 of Wands, passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. You can continue to do it because look how buff this guy is. Look at those thighs and up here those biceps. You can do it. That's not even a question. The thing is that when we do that, the first thing that happens is that that person doesn't get a poke and then they don't get a nudge. They just get a wham in the nose because they haven't even known that this was coming. So we do it out of love and compassion, right? Nobody takes on other people's burdens out of meanness and spite. So you did it out of your big heart. However, as you're doing it, what happens is that they don't get their lesson. And for those of us spiritual people, the thing is that when they're not getting their lesson, sometimes they need to incarnate another time. So, great shamanic trick. If you can find pickup sticks and you want to, go get some. Take 10 of them. But if you can't and you don't want to, use toothpicks. They work just as well. So 10, and then drop them onto a tabletop and look at them and go, are any of these mine? And be mindful about it for a moment. You know, you can smudge and call in the directions and do all of those kinds of things if that inspires you to do that, or you can merely just drop them and look at them and choose only the ones that are yours to pick up. You may find that there isn't even one of them that's yours to pick up. So you're carrying other people's burdens. It's useful for them that you drop them. So there you go. Nice to see you. Michelle, this one is for you. Page of Pentacles, money, property, tangible things. A message is coming. It hasn't arrived yet, okay? But it's on its way. And it feels like it's going to be like 4 days or something before you get this message. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's just what I got. Ting, this one is for you. The World. All right. So, I know you've been working hard, going to school, and putting what you're learning into process. This says that you have everything you need to be successful. Okay, you've got human help, you've got wisdom of the winged ones, the air element, you've got the energy of lion and creativity over here, the Leo, and then you have the stubborn bull who says don't give up. You have it all, and it's all yours for the acknowledgement. There you go. All right. Shiloh, this one is for you. Thanks, you guys, for hanging around. Ace of Pentacles, money, property, tangible things. There is, it's a gift from the gods, a new beginning here. And it's going to actually take you on a higher path. Look at, there's an archway through there off to the mountains. So this, this new beginning that that you're embarking on is a real physical, practical thing. Okay, there you go. And Jean, this one is for you. Juggling in the practical world. So it's not a problem. And the reason I know it's not a problem, well, is because there's an infinity sign here around the money. It's not going to drop. It's not going to, yeah, you're not going to stumble either, because he's a juggler. He's been doing this for a long time, knows how to do it. Your ships are, you sent them out, and one of them is on its way. It's very close. See this one here? The other one is a little further out. So this is also about trust. And can you trust that you can juggle, be content and happy, inspired? Because look up here, we have some Mercury energy right up there in his hat. And keep things in balance. And you know you can, because you've done it, well, you've actually done it many, many lifetimes. So it's easy for you to do that and not struggle and topple over. All right, Cassidy, this one is for you. Oh, money, decadence, opulence, having enough time, money, energy, resources to train a falcon. So first you have to find the falcon, right? Then you got to capture it. Then you've got to get it to figure out how to, to do the whole thing where you train it. And this says that you have all of that. You've got everything you need. This is a 9. So enjoy this summer. And it's really important that you join it. That you take this on for this particular summer, and particularly the next 9 weeks. So there you go. All right, Ryan, this one is for you. Hey, Judy. Oh, 4, rest, relaxation, comfort, and all of that. So some friends of mine use this as their invitation to their hand fasting. A happy home life, being able to find a place to party. Look, there's it's your castle. So have a party. And I think sometimes we forget that having a party makes it so that we move the energy around. So if you all happen to be in the neighborhood for the 4th of July, I have my birthday party late, because I think, how do you love that? There's a call right there. So if you all happen to be around on the 4th of July, you're welcome to come to my belated birthday party. I live where they set up massive amounts of firecrackers. So there's the call has gone out right now. So there you are. Let me know. You can message me. So Judy, this is for you. An 8 of Cups. Oh, Diane, hi, thanks. Yeah, happy solstice to everybody. That's that gap in between. So, Judy, this says that the old emotional way didn't work. It isn't working, and it ain't gonna work. So it's time for you to stack up your cups. The thing that I think is so cool about this, and put it up. Okay, look at the cups there. It's hard when I hold it back here for me to see whether I'm looking at the triangles or the cups. So there's an illusionary thing going on here. And so often what happens is when the emotional stuff doesn't work, it's because it's an illusion. We all create illusions. Look, I created an illusion of having a flower box right there. I hung up a thing, I put flowers in it, boom, I have a flower box. That is making the illusion concrete. But it's all an illusion. Pack up the old emotional way, turn away, and head out on account of whatever the emotions were that were working, that they're not working anymore. So try something new. Let's all do this. Let's all join Judy and try something new this summer. Like, not the same old. Shake it up. It's time for all of that to really happen. So Diane, I'm going to go way over here for you. and give you the King of Pentacles. Aren't you a lucky girl? So he comes from love. See his scepter right here? It's the sign for Venus. And he also has Bull, Taurus energy down here. The Taurus energy grounds us. It makes us practical. This guy, he's not fixated or hanging on even too tightly to his pentacle. See that? He knows that it is just a tool. So practical things, tables, chairs, all of it, they're just tools. So use them without attachment. So there you go. So happy solstice. Use this beautiful energy that we have right now to illuminate what you've created so far this year. Okay. And then the little bit of dark to let everything that isn't serving you any longer go. So this is just my happiness out to you. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to put a link to my calendar down there. That's so cool, down there. And if you'd like to spend 30 minutes with me looking into your next year, then please book yourself a session and we'll do that. And we'll see if I have any way that I can be of help to you. So blessings, everyone. I am very delighted that you joined me, and bliss. Bye-bye. Oh, cool. Shaking up has started. Oh, yeah. Let's go do that. Good night, everyone.